Imagine tomorrow morning you wake up and you can no longer see anyone or anybody. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and not being able to hear anyone or anybody. Now, I want you to imagine waking up tomorrow morning and you're no longer able to see or hear your loved ones. My name is Brill, and I have Usher Syndrome. It is a rare genetic disease that causes the slow deterioration of your sight and your hearing. And there is no treatment or cure at this present time. Just let me briefly explain how it's affecting me now. I wear 2 hearing aids, and my vision is down to probably about 3% of the vision that you have. You see 180 degrees, you can see your hands, I can't. I can only just see probably half of my thumbnail now. It's like looking through half a keyhole. I found out that I had this devastating condition at the age of 21. So going deaf and blind simultaneously is pretty life-changing. You're no longer able to drive a car. I struggle to see the food that I'm eating and to lip read the people that I'm with in a noisy and dimly lit restaurant. Don't get me started on nightclubs. Growing up, my father always told me, you focus on the solution, not the problem. And with this in mind, I learned that I can do anything that I want to, even if I didn't know how. I may not have control over my disease, but I have the power to choose how to react to my situation. So I decided I would not let this diagnosis hold me back from my future. My future was and always remained in my hands. My future, for the most part, is continually shaped by my choices, not my disability. During my 20s, I chose to live the hell out of life. Parachuting, trekking in the Himalayas, cycling on the back of a tandem around Florida in Australia, and I've met royalty, presidents, I won the President's Gold Award, and all this for one very important reason. It was to help the Irish charity Fighting Blindness to fund research to find treatments or cures for diseases causing blindness, including Usher Syndrome. As I entered into my 30s, I made a wrong decision. I broke away from the excitement of all the charity involvements, from all the friends, the network of people that I had been involved with. I broke away because of my marriage breakdown, the deaths of my beloved father and my son, and I struggled with depression. I forgot to find positivity in my days. I lost all zest for life. I refused to accept my Usher syndrome because I felt that I was giving up, that I was giving in. But looking back at this now, I can see that my depression is a very normal process of grief. Grief for the loss of my hearing, for the loss of my sight, for the loss of my loved ones. And I learned something very, very important. I got through it all. I didn't bail out. My struggles made me stronger and continue to make me stronger. Nevertheless, if there's anything that I could change about those tough years, I would have stayed involved with the charities, with the network of people, because being involved with these people boosted my confidence, boosted my self-esteem, and my motivation. It gave me a chance to connect with people who were also experiencing loss of sight and hearing. It helped to end the isolation that one can feel when going deaf and blind. However, my depression quickly lifted with the birth of my daughter, 8 years ago. Sarah's attitude to my Usher syndrome is very refreshing. She taught me so much because she just accepted my Usher syndrome. She just thought, well, Mum can't see so well, Mum can't hear so well. And her attitude really taught me to accept my Usher syndrome, and not for 1 second did I feel that I was giving up and that I was giving in. At the age of 2, she'd come in to me at 7 o'clock in the morning and start talking to me, and I'd say, I can't hear you, go back to bed. That never stopped her. She'd put the hearing aids into my ears. And it was just this lovely acceptance, this lovely attitude that really helped me to get back on my feet. Another thing is to see the positivity in grey things. It was something that Sarah taught me. When it would rain, Sarah would be jumping for joy. She'd want to put on her raincoat, her wellies, get her umbrella, so that I'd open the back door so she could go into my back garden and start singing and dancing in the rain. And it was so refreshing. And why aren't we singing and dancing in the rain? Why are we moaning about the rain? Have you ever stopped to feel the rain on your face? It is an incredibly beautiful sensation. And I thank Sarah for teaching me this and seeing the world through a child's eyes. The power of positivity in thinking and in attitude and in moving forward is critical to shaping your future, to transforming your future. We have a choice. We actually have a choice in how we think and how we react. We say one person can make us angry, but actually that's not true. We chose to react as being angry. We have the choice to react in a different way. Sorry. What's also essential is surrounding yourself with positive people. Positive people bring out the best in you. They hold you up when things are tough. They're there to make you laugh when you want to cry. They're there for you when you need help. The power of being with positive people, I feel, is very vital in achieving my dreams. Last year, I knew that I had to make a trip to the USA this year. I was returning to the National Eye Institute in Washington, D.C. to take part in a research study helping researchers understand my disease, Usher Syndrome. The hospital dates were tying in with 2 scientific research conferences that I wanted to attend. And also at this time would have been my daughter's birthday. For Sarah, I don't give her birthday presents, I give her birthday wishes. And for her 8th birthday, she wished that she could wear an Elsa dress. And I thought, well, where else to wear an Elsa dress but in Disney? So I got to thinking, I have to make this happen. I didn't know how I was going to make it happen, but I knew I had to make it happen. So I started to think about selling my furniture and maybe setting up a business. So I looked up Twitter and I discovered tweeting goddess Samantha Kelly, who's here today. And I saw that she was tweeting about a Twitter workshop, and I thought, right, I'll book onto that, learn about Twitter. I saw there was a business conference, the Irish Biz Party conference. I thought, I'll book onto that, learn more about business, because I felt I needed confidence, I needed knowledge. And the only way I was going to get this for free without having to go to college and learn about business was to do the Twitter course and also the conference. I had no idea how much my life was going to change from that point. I made wonderful friends through the Twitter course and the conference. They become my best friends. But at that time, I invited them to my house for a think tank. And I said, listen, guys, I need your help and your expertise. I want to go to America. I need 10,000 euros. I need to make this happen. And I want to run a business. I don't know what I want to do, but I need to set up a business. And they're all looking at me with their cups of tea, and they're saying, Carol, do a fundraising campaign. So, the Seeing Disney campaign was born. And through social media, through Facebook and Twitter, my contacts, my friends, they really helped to get the Seeing Disney campaign out there. And very quickly, we raised the 10,000 euros target. And it even included a great bunch of women stripping off for a calendar. But through that social networking, I learned to discover that there are so many good people out there. Not only did it create awareness of Usher Syndrome, but it also made a very special dream come true. Myself and my daughter went to America. I ended up speaking at the 2 scientific research conferences as well that I went to. And Sarah and I had the most amazing time in Disney and precious, unforgettable memories. And as I said, if I'd known then how my life was going to change just because of social networking, there's no way I would have believed it. My life has changed so much more beautifully. My life is enriched by the wonderful friendships that I have gained. I was in such a grey rut previously, living in bleak isolation. And just through social networking, I'm now out of that. That's part of my past. Now I know that if I want to do something, I only have to tweet. I only have to post on Facebook and ask for help. And then, when I got back from America, I've just started the I'm Not Invisible campaign. I'm trying to get deafblindness recognised as a unique disability in the Republic of Ireland. 4 friends who I met through Twitter helped me with this campaign. One of them I've never actually met in person. But those 4 girls worked on that campaign, and we gained huge momentum. We got 1,500 likes within 2 weeks of setting up the Facebook page and 500 followers. The campaign gained such momentum that we got the attention of national headline news on RTE. And this really brought home to me the power of social networking, the power of friendships that really help to make things happen. And that campaign is still ongoing, and I hope that someday that the Irish government will recognise deafblindness, because the recognition is so important to end the isolation that a deafblind person feels within current government structures. I do feel daunted of what I'm facing, that I will not see my daughter's smile, that I won't hear her laugh. But I'm determined to try and make Usher Syndrome a thing of the past. I am hopeful, and I am committed to that there will be some form of cure in the future. But what I want to say to you now, if you're finding it tough, be kind and compassionate to yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because there are so many people out there. And, you know, it's life-changing. So if you don't know social media, try learning it now. It could be an absolute game changer. It changed my life, and I'm so grateful to all the wonderful people that have brought me out of the dark, bleak isolation that I lived in before. Thank you.